Oh, shut your mouth, Lounge. Archie,
Me.
what episode is it?
196, I think. That's what I wrote in the thing. In the actual episode. Yeah, it is 196. Good.
It's canon now. There's no going back from this.
I mean, the thing is, with how I have it set up, the actual the picture, so to speak, of the title and the number is not a picture. I could edit it live, but
Yeah.
we don't need it yet.
Yeah.
You make it sound like you're gonna blackmail it.
You never know.
I know about those affairs you've been having. Man, okay, Addie, did you see the fucking Sopranos post on the Best Friends subreddit last night?
Maybe. Was it a video? Because I don't watch videos on Reddit.
No, the one where it was the 4chan green text, and it's Tony yelling at his dipshit nephew.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Tone, in the story, she's 900 years old. Shut up! Oh man, that's good shit. Yeah, right. So, Pink, you got anything coming up on your channel this week?
Probably.
All right. More Dead by Daylight?
Oh,
Probably.
I thought we were immediately going to me, so I was just preemptively going, no, I don't have anything up. Just skip me.
Addy has decided for me that no, there will not be Dead by Daylight this week.
Yes.
So
I
mean,
have
that exhausts all my options because that's the only thing I've got.
I have went over to Pink's house and did unto him as Bedford did to me. I deleted all of his PS4 saves. Wait a minute.
No, not the PS4 saves. I worked so hard on those.
No, my Spider-Mans. All right. Will there be a Dead by Daylight session going up that I am in?
Honestly, probably, maybe, hopefully. I'd like to get the mic ones up as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because those are some, like, 4 or 5 hour recordings that I would like to not have on my hard drive.
Yeah. I may not be able to play, but I can still be a voice in the back of your minds.
The spirit in the background. You're unconscious.
Yeah, I'm the spirit that's not trying to kill you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, what we need to do for any subsequent episodes of Couchless Co-op, which we're not going to call that like properly call the series that properly anymore, but whatever. But
that's just confusing for a lot of people.
Yeah, but for any subsequent episodes where one of us plays and the other people watch, or some similar things, basically. We need to all three of us need to invest in like an external sound card and shit, so that we can put on reverb on our voices like we're ghosts.
Patty, do you have anything coming out on your channel? Is the answer no?
Actually, I have Dead by Daylight coming out with Mike. What did you
No!
know?
My ability to predict the future has failed me.
Although I did use a voice changer to make me sound like Pink, so
Understandable. I've got a nice voice.
Eventually, you're gonna get one for all of us, and you won't need any of us anymore.
He'll do the podcast by himself, playing all the parts.
yeah.
Have to be rapid fire on that soundboard, though.
Like,
it's weird. Why don't they talk over each other anymore?
I was going
We're
to make
professionals now.
I was going to make a joke, but honestly, it might have been a bit too mean.
Go ahead.
Fuck. Because I was like, shit. Okay, maybe now I can speak. So I was like, really, for a soundboard of any of us, what we really need is just like one, like, I need to dedicate one button to each of us, and it's just all of us yelling, just going ah, and that's good enough.
Get a couple clips of like my phrases that I use to stall for time while my brain's working, and there you go.
Yeah, you get two buttons. One of them is the other one is Tammy didn't say leg fingers or her leg fingers or whatever. Oh, look at her leg fingers. That was the quote.
Yeah. Various curses.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna take Pink's audio and just cut it up so he's cussing like a sailor. Why is Pink so keen on referring to Eddie as a part of the female anatomy today?
Yeah. Oh man, last night, Pink, you missed out on some crazy talk after you left. Me and Mike started talking about China's clitoris.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's really big. I mean, have you seen them on a map?
That is what we were talking about. It, yeah. Oh man. All right. There's almost certainly nothing coming out on my channel this week. While Crave Assembly will be revealing the Siege overhaul for Warhammer 3, and I'm very excited about that. That's not going to make a very interesting reaction video.
Upload a
It'd make a
video.
more interesting video just talking in depth about it.
Upload a video titled "Okay" and where you just make your bed.
If it's just between you and me, I'm thinking that I can milk this.
Eventually, if people pay enough, then the leg series, the bed series will feature legs. Your whole comment section will be filled with show feet.
Oh no.
It is law.
Okay, Addy, what's coming out on the FOS channel?
So, on the FOS channel, we have episode 2 of Persona 5. And then we also have I need to read out the title of this one because this one's, I mean, we don't really need to say too much more. On Friday, you have Ratchet's Grapefruit Method.
Grapefruit method?
Yes.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
Yes.
Is it like, given that Pink said, oh no, I'm going to assume it's a sex thing.
Yes.
Spot on.
That's all I need to know.
Okay. Then, on
Let the mystery preside until the video releases, and we all find the horrible truth.
And then on Saturday, Pink and I commit war crimes.
Oh, cool!
Because on Saturday,
That sounds exciting.
Because on Saturday Bowser is released.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That monstrosity.
Yeah. That's a drawing session where both of us walked away saying it sucked. I didn't want to edit it, honestly, but I did. Like
they're quality drawings, just not quality designs.
I don't know. Pink's is good. Pink's is on model. Like, you know, Pink's proportions are at least Bowser. Nothing about my design is Bowser, really. Like, not even the proportions.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. Anyway.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that.
Pink, what you been up to this past week?
Let's see. What have I been up to? I thought I watched a movie, but I don't think I did. I did watch a lot of the later seasons of Psych, though, or not later seasons, later episodes in the later seasons of Psych, which I honestly don't get to watch very often for some reason. Usually when I'm in the room watching it, it's from the earlier seasons, so it was kind of a I don't know, culture shock, I guess, because it's something that I've seen plenty of times, but definitely had not seen in a while. And beyond that, I played a little bit of Civ on my Switch. I was playing as Korea. Man, Korea's very good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like you more or less, as long as you settle near a hill, you get +4 science in that city guaranteed. And then if you double that, it's +8 science. So by the time you hit the medieval era, you've already progressed to like the modern era tech wise, and it's mad. It's
Yep.
insane.
I very distinctly remember that. Yes. Korea was considered just outright broken in Civ 5. It's tech science-based civilizations are always rough, to balance.
Right.
It's like Civ has just always had an awkward time balancing around science because it needs to be important, but at the same time, like such is the way that science works. That even if you've got a Civ that's supposed to be strong in military, like the Zulu, well, they'll still end up being weaker in military than Korea because, Zulu's got really strong, I don't know, knights. Korea has missile artillery.
Yep. That is a problem you face.
Oh, man. Anything else?
Anything else? Yes. I want to mention this real quick. Dead Sarah, one of my favorite bands of all time, they had an album release this week. And funny story about this one. I had pre-ordered the album a month or two ago. I don't remember when. Not precisely anyway. But at some point, I didn't realize this. My debit card it expired, and I neglected to update my card information on my Apple account. So by the time the album rolled out, I had already paid for it and everything because it's a freaking pre-order. But because the card information was outdated, it kind of fudged up the process. So I was unable to actually download the album until early this morning after updating my card information, resetting my phone, logging in and out of, or out and in rather, of the Apple account, what have you. So it wasn't until like 3, 4, 5 a.m. this morning that I was actually able to download the album onto my iPhone, which I'm thankful to have it now. But yesterday I just straight up went to Amazon Music and bought the album twice.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah, so I could actually listen to it day one. It's a good ass album. You all should listen to it.
I should listen to more Dead Sarah, yeah. I like their cover of shit. The Nirvana Heart Shaped Box. There we go. I like their
Yes.
cover of Heart Shaped Box, but I've not listened to anything else of theirs.
Yeah. They had two songs that
I need to
year. I
step
think
out.
it was that year. Featured in video games. They had Weatherman in like a Forza or Horizon game, and then they also had the Nirvana cover featured in Infamous, whatever that one was. Second Son? No, that was a sequel. Or was it? No, it goes Infamous 1, Infamous 2, and then Second Son, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's correct.
I mean, there's also like the Last Light and shit like that, but that came after Second Son, so it doesn't matter. It's also like spin-offs, not full games.
But yeah, their album came out. I really enjoyed it. Got a very unique sound to it. It's still, you can tell it's still them, but they've actually got a lot of kind of newer influences mixed into the fray. They're not straight up grunge anymore, which is nice. They've got a song that actually has a very funk type of groove to it, which I really liked. It was all very unique, and I'm hoping this is a big break they're looking for, because more people need to listen to this band. And the final thing I did this week was Dead by Daylight yesterday with Mike and Soon. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were there for some of that as well. You didn't get to play, unfortunately, but you were definitely there.
Yes.
Is there anything I have in particular to mention about that playthrough? Hmm.
Not that I can immediately recall. There
Right.
was a very funny, unfortunate instance of you guys deliberately loading up Mike's favorite map and getting his least favorite killers like 2 or 3 times in a row.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was, I don't know. We had a Wraith game on the game rather, and
And
I think we
Hag,
had the
right?
Hag as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's those two and Ghostface are the killers that Mike hates the most.
oh yeah, oh yeah. We
I
actually
don't
didn't
know
face Ghostface once yesterday.
why does Mike hate Ghostface?
Because he can turn off his terror radius, more or less. That's the
Oh,
biggest issue he doesn't like about Ghostface. Plus, he doesn't
well, he's
like
not
the fact
invisible.
that Ghostface can expose you. So,
Ah,
I feel
yeah,
like I
but
feel
Pig
those
like
are
can
if
the
you
turn
two issues
invisible.
he gave me.
Brave.
What's that?
Pig can turn off her terror radius too, and Mike loves her.
Right, right. I don't know what the big difference between Pig and Ghostface is to him, because to
I'll have
me,
to
as you
ask.
said, yeah, to me they're kind of more or less the same. I can kind of understand the Ghostface being able to expose you kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's also easy to counter if you know where he's at, because
Yeah.
you just face your camera to him and then you kind of turn it off. I mean, you're still going to be at whatever percent he got you at, so later on down the line, he can always 100% that stock, but I actually don't have a lot of problems with Ghostface. Facing him, playing as him, just in general, I think he's all right. It doesn't feel overpowered to me.
Yeah.
I completely agree with Mike on the Wraith. I think Wraith has way too much going for him and no drawbacks. Because I've literally had matches where if somebody's getting chased by the Wraith, well, Wraith can just go invisible, run up ahead of them, body block them, and then uncloak. And then uncloaking doesn't slow him down whatsoever. It actually gives him a speed boost. So he's more or less guaranteed a hit no matter what kind of chase he's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of the Wraith. I don't mind seeing hags. It's frustrating when you get a camping hag though, who will hook a person, drop all their little haglets around that hook, and then go off on their merry way. And
Yeah.
usually, if they're going off on their merry way, depending on how many survivors are left in the match, it might not be very far, unfortunately.
Yep.
So it's kind of a slog to get through a good hag match where she's got 25 little haglets around a hook, and you've got to crawl in, get the unhook, and then slowly crawl out. Not a good time.
Yeah. It's like trap-based killers like that are no matter what good for camping the hook. But it's definitely more annoying with the hag than anyone else. Because, like, if you successfully sneak around the traps as, trapper, then it's like, okay, great. Whereas, if you drop the hook, get the person off the hook, and they set it off. It's like, well, fuck, now I'm in danger, even though I didn't set off the fucking trap.
Right, right, and that happens plenty of times. More times than I would like.
Yeah. Does Demogorgon have anything similar with his portals? Does he get, like, notifications that someone's near a portal?
No, unless he's channeling the abyss. And I don't even know how long that range goes. He can channel the abyss, which will give you the killer instinct notification if somebody's standing next to it, and I think it puts them into an exposed state for as long as you're holding down the abyss button. But as far as I'm aware, he cannot actually get a notification if somebody's all the way across the map on top of one of his portals or whatever. He has to be relatively near it. So not a good trap-based camp type killer.
And Pyramid Head doesn't get a notification if they step on his little line, right?
I've not played Pyramid Head, so I actually don't know about that one.
All right.
From what I can tell, though, it doesn't, because I've seen people walk through the Torment Trail. I've walked through it personally myself. I don't know what it does to this very day.
Well, I think when you're tormented and if you get down, then you can send you to the cage.
Ah.
And if you're on your final hook and you're tormented, he can moor you for free.
Ah. Okay, that explains a lot now.
Yeah.
I never knew how the cage worked, and never knew how the Moris worked either, because it'd be like, this killer didn't bring a Mori in, but he was still able to get it off, and yeah, there are some hex totems that will allow that eventually, but he doesn't have that equipped either, so I would always often be there in my very rare Pyramid Head matches, which unfortunately do not happen all that often. I would often be there confused, like, how did he do all this fancy stuff without me knowing how he's doing this? I don't understand, but that's cool to know. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I always really liked the cage system they gave to Pyramid Head, because it's like you get to instantly put them on the hook, but you also don't get to camp the hook. So
Yeah, that's a really cool feature. I had a match with Mike a week ago or so, maybe, where he was caged, and then all of a sudden he just pops up on the other side of the map right next to me. I'm like, what the heck? What happened? Am I lagging? He's like, no, no, no. The cage just respawns elsewhere if Pyramid Head sits too close for too long.
yeah.
So, that was a good situation to find yourself in. Just teleport
Yeah.
over to an ally.
All right. Anything else?
Anything else? I don't believe so.
All right, Eddie.
All right. Well, let's see. I did play a bit of Enter the Gungeon. There's not really much for me to say about that, aside from the fact that I looked it up. Apparently, I'm like close to the middle or the end of the game. Like, there's only like 5 or 6 levels, and I can semi-consistently get to level 4 or 5.
Ooh.
So I may finish it in like 5 more years.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I don't really have much to say about it. I also once again started up Hollow Knight, this time with a guide, because I'm like, the biggest thing about Hollow Knight for me is the fact that every single piece of like navigation is paid. You need to grind money to get it, and then even then, it's limited by other things as well. And I don't like. I've said this before. I'm not the biggest fan of Metroidvanias, but you know, at least Metroid, like you go to a freaking spot, Samus, like it gets added to Samus's map that you've been to that freaking room in Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
First, you need to go and find the map maker, buy his map. That map is not unfinished, so you need to go and buy a quill so you can actually draw shit on the map. You need to go explore the actual caverns and shit. And then you need to sit at a bench. And then it will appear on the map.
Eh.
And it's just full of these little things that, like, I guess make the game more challenging or whatever. But it's just annoying to me. And I'm somehow managed to get lost even with a guide. Which is really funny. But I mean, like, it is half my fault, I suppose. But like you know, I have -5 perception. But the guide is not really helping. The guide is not really helping, because the guide is like, all right, so once you're at the bench, just go further into the shaft. All right, just go further into the shaft, and then eventually you will reach the point. Motherfucker, which shaft? We're in a cavern system. Like, this place is full of shafts. There's nothing but shafts. Like, where is further? Which way?
These are good questions.
So yeah, I'm not having fun with Hollow Knight, as you can tell. Like, I bought that game because the art was nice, and the art is nice, and that's pretty much the only nice thing I can say about it, because I haven't experienced most of the game, because I keep getting lost. So yeah, video games wise, that's probably it. I mean, I've been grinding freaking gems in Smite, but that's about it.
Nice.
So yeah, that's video games. Let's see, I did draw stuff.
Excellent.
But what is stuff? Oh yeah, remember how I
That's a
said?
good question.
Remember how I said last week that I don't know what I forgot, but I definitely know that I forgot something that I drew?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 20 minutes later, I found it. So here it is. Here's the thing I forgot last week. The great Greek philosopher. Davia, do you require context?
No, actually, I don't think I really do.
Okay.
Were we discussing that during Persona, or was that
Yes.
during a podcast? I forgot.
That was Persona, yes. Then what else did I do? Because I remember like making like 4 drawings, and I'm forgetting one again. Bloody hell. Whatever. So I tried my hand once again at a new avatar because whatever, fuck it. I'm just making one every month at this point. Now you might be asking.
Keeps things fresh.
Yeah. Now you might be asking, Eddie, why is the mouth so detailed? Because I also asked this myself. The answer I got back from the Department of Answers was bitch, like be glad that there's not saliva because that would make this like just straight up war. But yeah, that I feel like the it's in this weird spot. I feel like where it's a bit too cartoony. I don't know what to call it. Like it's like someone did acid and then tried to freaking to copy Disney, and this is what they get.
Meh.
So this will probably be revisited once again because yeah. And then also, if I can get it together. So we're doing that series with the freaking the drawing Mario characters, Kingdom Hearts characters. I had an idea for a design, but the design was a bit elaborate. Like it's elaborate enough that I probably wouldn't be able to do it in like 2 hours. Elaborate, which is like the time limit for those. So I was just like, hey, I'm gonna freaking see if I can actually do it, and no, that was the answer, by the way.
Meh.
I mean, I can show you what I got out of it. It's not much. This is like half the design because I also wanted to give Rosalina big like angel wings because I feel like that's very Kingdom Hearts. But there was just no way to make it look like decent. I mean, I don't know if I'd call this decent either. The body is okay. The face is horrible.
That Luma looks like it's gonna mess somebody up.
Yeah, the Luma went through some design changes. I mean, I also have 2 winged Rosalinas with different Lumas. Like first, I made the Luma Tim Burton, just like very Tim Burton-esque in how it like it. I don't even like. I think I stitched its eyes closed and freaking like made its mouth a zipper, and the other eye was a belt buckle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So that was the initial one, but then I was like, well, I'm trying to make it Kingdom Hearts, not Tim Burton. And Tim Burton was in Kingdom Hearts, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So then I just gave it pants. And then with this one, I was too lazy to make the pants, pretty much. But yeah, like with this one, like now that I actually have this design and I can look at it, I can go, yes, this is not enough. Like this is way too close to just Rosalina.
Yeah.
Which is good because I didn't waste 2 hours making this and then regretting it on freaking on air. And then what else did I do or happened? Well, so I had a funny dream on Friday. Bless you. That I actually I considered posting in text, but I was like, I don't know if I should save it or not because I don't know if it's funny enough. But
yeah.
And I don't even remember a lot, but I just remember there was this scene of people where two people were talking in this sci-fi setting, and behind them was this gigantic screen, and on the screen was a blue background, like lighter blue. It wasn't completely white, I don't think. Text, and the sign, the that billboard sign said, "If you're reading this, you're gay." And I don't know if that was supposed to be a gotcha moment in my dreams somehow, or if that was an earnest attempt at something. But that kind of makes it funnier to me. Good discussion, y'all.
Your dream did the dank meme.
Yeah. I think that's all I've done.
All right. For my week, I don't think I really did anything either. Like, I feel like I did something, but I don't recall what it is, and I don't want to hang on it. There was the Cathay reveal trailer, and Cathay looks fucking sick. I'm really happy. It looks like a fantasy version of real-world historical China, which is exactly what I was hoping for. They didn't do weird bullshit like try to make it also be pseudo-Japan, which is a good idea because that tends to make Chinese people very angry. It looks very good. I am very excited. I am very excited to see more news coming this week as well. Other than that, well, I've started to install. I recognize that I was running out of pretty close to whatever. The bytes that I'm allotted for each month, the term re-ups every 18th, the 18th of each month. So I started installing Dota 2 just to use up the rest of my bytes that I was allotted, whatever you want to use. And I'm going to be playing that this week, though I did run into a very amusing, very interesting, cool thing that I like, which is where, because I was not able to download the last gigabyte, that's exactly when I run out of bytes, I had to stop, of course. And then, logging in this morning, it said, oh yeah, you've got 4 gigabytes installed out of 15. And it's like, oh, well, where'd the other fucking 10 go that I had last night? So, that's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I can't recall anything I did this week. I'm sure I did something, I just can't think of it. So I believe we could call that a podcast.
That was a quick one.
Yep.
Yeah, but I got to mow the lawn.
Oh yeah.
All right, Eddie. Say
Bye.
boy.